What up, what up, what up? We are live, we are live, we are live in the mix. Live in the mix. No, we are live here with you guys podcast. You already know it should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond. We have
It's your feeling too long.
And it's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5 himself.
and this is the
Where You At podcast.
Man. So last episode we had Voice of V. Shout out to her and her 1 year anniversary with her 1 year podcast anniversary. You know, it's always good when you can make it a year in the podcast game. So shout out to her doing it.
Definitely.
Support to them. Shout out to Exalted because they had something on Sunday. Usually every first Sunday, every once a month Sunday, they have something people come eat some food, even though they started cooking late last time. I don't eat everybody's cooking sorry. But shout out to them. Go get a haircut. If you want a haircut, they have about 4 or 5 barbers you can choose from. What up? Second best podcast going live. Man, shout out to Radioactive, ACT, man. I got on him at the boat party. I told him he's the best podcast. He's just a hater. Hater.
That's something that I want to say. Something I definitely would say.
Well, you know, every time we come on after the mic and talk, and he always like, who's the best podcast? He's like, I give you a pass because you do podcasting.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a pass for saying you're the best.
Yeah,
So it's kind of weird. Man, did I tell you? So I don't know if you saw that. Sunday, he was looking for a guest.
Yeah.
I tagged him. He texted me, said absolutely not. He didn't respond to that. He texted me. All he had to say, he didn't even say, like, automatically knew. He's
funny.
like, absolutely not. I was like,
That's funny.
what up, Mickey Sweet? Thank
Today's
you.
Taco Tuesday and Titty Tuesday.
I just
Ladies.
wanna tell-
Let's let's get that inbox popping and let's get that kitchen popping.
That don't fit me at all. Anyway, that's a different subject.
Lame.
Anyway, so we have a guest in the building, man. Long overdue. If you've probably seen him on our season 1 finale that we did at Epic Bar, he bought the bars. He always bring the bars. Man, I know him and ABs always go toe to toe. But we got Flu in the building. What it do?
What up?
Man, it's been a long time coming. Long time coming.
Word on the street.
Yeah, man, y'all slacking a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
I know D, right? It's always D. D don't never want to invite nobody.
Well, I'm just saying, he does have an interview at Lollipop Studio, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll pass, you know what I'm saying? You knew better, you'll do better.
Exactly. You know better, you do better. Invite your East Side people. Like you said, real East Side shit.
Real East Side shit.
Come on.
That's about to be boring. I just want y'all to know that.
It really is.
It's about to get
It's crazy because so today we have to wear, if we don't know, we're wearing Maroon Day for the kids of Uvalde. It only have 2 balloon shirts. This one and the podcast one with all the words on it. And I was thinking about wearing it, but it says take the condom off. Why? I can't wear this. All I need is a student to go home. My teacher had a shirt that said take the condom off.
They definitely would say that.
They really would. I'm like, I guess I'll pick this one.
Nigga, who think you got? You might be a
That's
condom
another
baby.
conversation for a
You know,
pre-K.
you might be a condom baby.
That woke.
The one they got through.
The one I got to. Man, so we got a couple topics to talk about today, and man, let's start off with these celebrities, because you know celebrities, man, they be wilding their whole life though. Ain't nothing new with celebrities wilding, but when it goes to like rape, pornography, especially child pornography or anything with children, that takes it to another level. Like, you know, celebrities get locked up for drugs. We used to it. Killing, we used to it. Ain't nothing new. But when it step further to rape and child pornography situations, that's another situation. If you don't know, recently Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish got in trouble for a skit they did a long time ago where this Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish is playing a couple. I don't know if they're married or dating, but they're playing a couple. Tiffany Haddish leaves, Aries Spears come in with a child in a bathtub, and the child, they don't show the child, they blank out the child's face, but the child's in the bathtub. You can tell the child's naked. You gotta go look it up on YouTube. You can tell he's naked. And there's a part where Aries Spears is supposed to be leaving while the child's in the bathtub, but instead he opens up a newspaper with the eyes peeping through, like peeping through the child playing in the tub. It's weird. It's very creepy. You gotta go look it up on YouTube. I just want to know your thoughts on this whole situation.
Well, I know from what I've seen, that has only came up and only has been an issue after you made the comments about Lizzo. So it's kind of a retaliation at this point. Even though that's still creepy as fuck. Like, yeah, I get it. You trying to use your creative comic.
I don't know if they came
Stuff,
up with the
but-
skit or did someone else come up with the skit and they just did it. I don't know, but still,
What was
If
it?
you
It,
went
was,
to-
it wasn't on like no Nancy B type stuff, right?
I don't know. I didn't really look at the thing when I was checking YouTube. But
Yeah, that skit is still. I think it's that would be probably, in my opinion, too much, especially with the way that the human trafficking scene is going, and most of the people that's getting trafficked is kids, and just rape in general. I think it's just a touchy subject. Of course, it's comedy, so people is using their artistic mind to, I guess, trying to find a funny in everything, but sometimes I think you can.
take it too far.
Yeah. Sometimes you might think it's funny or whatever. Apparently, they was trying to say that they was trying to bring awareness, but you gotta wear. You gotta be.
There's other ways.
There's other ways to do it.
Yeah. Do you feel like stuff that happened like years ago should still be brought up or be held against you? I know it happens
They
all
do
the
that. They
time.
did it to Kevin Hart.
Well, of course, they do it all the time. They do it to rappers all the time too. They use lyrics from like 10 years ago and still convict people.
Right.
But
I mean,
They do it to everybody. Joe Rogan is one.
yeah, Joe Rogan got it done too.
So it's not a discrimination. That's one thing. The internet is not discrimination.
Yeah,
If
that,
you got something, if you got something that can be found, it's gonna get brought to light.
Joe Rogan definitely was probably the most recent. Just besides, I think Dave Chappelle has a lot, but he actually talks about all his stuff in his stand-ups. So he addresses it.
That's all it really got to be. This just wasn't funny. If it was funny, it would have been taken as funny. It just, it just wasn't funny.
yes, it was
Like, Dave
creepy.
Chappelle has told
And then also, if you see the skit,
plenty
you can-
of jokes that I thought were just like, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, and it's just funny because the way he makes it to be funny, that just wasn't funny. I mean, Aries ain't really been like out in front of my face like that, so it was just weird. And
but if also if
just
you see the
wasn't funny.
beginning of the skit, you could tell the acting wasn't natural. They were kind of
you could tell it
overdoing
was
it.
old. You could tell it was something.
They were
a long time
overdoing
ago,
it with
but
the
it just
acting.
wasn't. Overall, just wasn't. It was funny. People would laugh at it, and you'd have saw it a long time ago. It wasn't funny then, and the fact that it came up just even wasn't more funny now. So.
And it's worse now because of the hype, the
Yeah.
fight of everything. Is so
But that also, like you said, when you have an opinion of stuff that you could have kept to yourself. If he could have kept his comments about Lizzo to himself, even if he felt that way, he didn't have to say it. And because
But
he
he knew
said
what he
it,
was doing.
it brought up.
And
Yeah, he did.
And that
But that
this is
also
what
opens
he
you
was
up
doing.
for other stuff too, because people gonna come for you 10 times harder. I
Yeah,
see
they
it all the
definitely
time
come.
for regular people. Let a regular dude tell a girl she ugly, or let a regular girl tell a dude she ugly. They gonna come for you. They gonna lift up your whole social media and bring up stuff 10 years ago, and they gonna
I
come for
just want
you.
everybody to know that there's ugly people in the world. We can't ignore that.
I'm just using that as an example. Not like-
There's some ugly people.
But another celebrity, Charlemagne the God, all the way. How did Webby said it?
Webby?
The way he said his name. If you ever seen
Not
that
talk.
skit, man, it's funny. But yeah, Charlemagne the God, he was accused of rape, I think a year ago. And
No, I think it was
no,
years ago.
yeah, years ago. And Tasha K, if you don't know, she's a
Tasha K.
blogger
That's
that got sued by Cardi B, and Cardi B won. I think that's why she's trying to tell her story. We became her name, so now she doesn't have really a blog site. I think they made her take a blog site down. So she did an interview recently and brought it up again that Charlemagne got raped her. I don't know if it's true. Now I don't even know if Charlemagne ever spoke out on it.
He
I think
did.
he mentioned
did?
it on
He
Breakfast Club
mentioned
once,
he
but-
mentioned it, but it wasn't like he went
Yeah, I think that
into
was
detail. He was very vague about it back then.
Right.
When the first guy brought it, it was like it was kind of just a footnote in a conversation, pretty much. But even now, when it got brought up, I believe when Kwame Brown was going at everybody.
Right. Right.
But
Ain't nobody really. It seems like it didn't catch no steam.
It really did it. And
I
now it
didn't-
is.
It wasn't
They
like
brought it up
major
again.
on like blog sites, so it didn't pop up on.
I didn't hear about it till now. And then that's when people on TikTok was like, "Oh, this happened years ago. Why she bring it up?"
Yeah,
I was like,
I
"Oh."
heard about it.
I didn't hear
That's
about it
why
the first
when
time.
you said no, you was like no, that's old. I was like, what is that?
Only said it's old because that's what TikTokers were saying. You know, people on social media saying it's old. I didn't hear about it the
That
first
shit
time.
depends on the person. That shit can just come and go or depending on how old it is. If you don't talk about something enough, it just dies down. The fact that people just keep talking about it makes it more like keep being brought up. Like eventually, when they just stop talking about shit, they stop talking about like Rick Ross and the shit. He's like,
Oh
when
yeah,
you stop
that line
talking
that
about
he
it,
said in that one
like
song,
it just stops.
and how they let it go,
or ignored. It just kind of just dies down.
and you don't even know it.
Oh, put the money out.
Yeah, that's why he got that was it Adidas deal taken down? Reebok. Yeah, one of the shoe deals backed out because of that line. And it's crazy. Because every time I hear that song, I'm like, man, he is so long for this line, but this song is so dope. And that's the one line you know.
Some rappers back in the day that said some. I remember Biggie said some suspect shit on one of his songs.
A lot of artists say
about sucking the daddy's dick to go on a date with
yeah.
his daughter or something.
Yeah, people say suspect,
like,
but
it's just the time. You can't criticize.
What context was you trying to get at, Biggie?
Shit that was done, like the context of what we did, and what people did in the 70s, 80s, like it was a rapey culture. I mean, you got that Tupac video where like, or the Snoop or whatever, when they play volleyball, they reach up and pull the top down, like it's all kinds of shit that.
Well, like what was it? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. It was when
like,
Cash Money was like on stage performing, and Juvenile was like, bring all the ladies, and Birdman's like, no, we want the fellas on stage.
Tip drill. I mean, it's several. Just misogynistic or just sexist type of things. You look at that, and then it don't make it okay. It's just those times are just different. So if you want to pull something back then to now, of course it's going to be different. There's whole movements and just everything now. Of course it's going to, and nobody should be who they are now that they were 10, 15 years ago anyway. So
when you think about it too, like Aries Spears has been, he feels like he's been considered himself banned in Hollywood anyway, based off of something that he said in an interview or something like that. So with anything Aries Spears does, it says it's gonna like it. He doesn't have a shield of protection around him.
People gonna say shit for shock value. A lot of times people just be talking. They want the attention. They want shit to just.
Especially if their name hasn't been in media for a while.
Case in point, Charlemagne has said a whole bunch of shit for shock value, right? But he has a machine back, a few of them. Yeah. So anything that gets brought up about Charlemagne, it's gonna get.
I mean, if it's relevant to something, people
but not only that too, Charlemagne, people know.
Bring it up,
and Charlemagne's the guy's name stays in the media.
He stayed in a lot of
Aries
controversy after a while.
Aries Spears' name has stayed in the media that long.
Knows how to work his way through that stuff. A lot of stuff be old and really no relevance to it. If it's some validity or something to it, trust me, they will push the envelope. Bill Cosby was nowhere near the limelight, but it was some truth to some of the stuff, and it just. People give it life. People choose to attach themselves to something that they want to just make it big, but it's gonna be no control over it. You just gotta fucking weather the storm if it comes your way. That's pretty much all you do.
What's crazy is Corey Holcomb says, like, that nigga says some crazy stuff.
Chris Rock said a long time ago, the more money you got, the less shit you say. The less money you got, the more shit you can say. You want to say some more shit that don't have no money. Like it's just what it is. More probably Oprah can't say the same shit that hypothetically Tiffany Haddish can say. Like it's just a different stature.
Yeah.
Jay-Z can't say the same shit that Webby can say. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Certain stature comes along with it. Some Webby Boosie say a lot of wild shit. It just comes and goes. They're like, oh, that's Boosie.
I don't care if Webby had $2 billion. We don't want him to talk.
If Jay-Z said some of the same shit that Boosie said, it'd be like, it's because of the shit that you involved in.
Boosie got money. I mean, I guess
it's the stature of where you are, how you held, the regard you're held in.
And I don't think Boosie's been Boosie since.
Listen,
I guess he came out, so it ain't like.
Yeah, as soon as I started popping, like, I did a lot of wild shit back in the day. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all can pull it up with they want to. I did a lot of wild shit. So I'm apologizing right now. No, I'm joking. I did a lot of wild shit. I ain't done no crazy shit like that, but I done some wild shit.
No, with Boosie, I'm saying Boosie has always been outspoken on shit. So even when Mike Tyson, when he was on that podcast, and Mike was like, "Why you just won't shut up?" And he was like, "I can't. I gotta say something." And he was like, even my mom asked me like, "Why you gotta say something?" Like, I don't know. I just got you. So even when if people come up and say, "Well, Boosie said X, Y, and Z," I'm like,
well, people know what to run to too. They want their sound bites. That's a shit. Let's go ask Jay-Z.
Why do you think he's like one of the most people that's been on Vlad?
That's why
Every
I
other
asked
episode is
Boosie about it.
Boosie.
Boosie gonna say
On
something.
Black TV.
Yeah. Every other episode is
Because he
Boosie.
bringing
Like he said, the shot bites.
Yeah, he
We the
bring
sound bites.
He's
and it's the questions that's being asked too.
That's true too.
It's also the questions.
Remember, like Dave Chappelle said, it was like something about the World Trade Center. And it was like, let's cut to see what Ja Rule did. Like, I don't give a fuck what Ja Rule has to think about time like this. Like, that's the point of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, there
You think when shit going wrong, I'm thinking to myself, what does Ja Rule think about this?
Nah,
Like,
Ja
no,
Rule.
like that's what it is. Like people sometimes be like shit. Like they gonna go to certain people like I don't give a fuck what he got. Like, I mean, just real people talk about shit. That's all it is.
What up, Cheryl Metal? Thank you for tuning in. I know this is not one of our topics, but real quick, if you have not seen the Drink Champ episode with B2K, go ahead and man, I'm in the process of watching that. Man, this is not a B2K Drink Champ. This is a little Fizz Drink Champ. That's what I want to say. He took over that whole Drink Champ. I want to say that.
It was all on there?
But number two, except for Marion.
Well, of course.
Now, if you don't know, man, because I know you from the east side, you have people that you grew up with that you call your brothers.
Allegedly. From each side.
That you call your brothers, right? Even if they're not blood brothers, you grew up with them, you call them your brothers.
I got maybe one.
Well, let's say, one, right? But you can call that person your brother, you grew up with. Man, these people, let's just say they kind of grew up together, they were like brothers. And this is not, oh, he slept with his girl, baby mama type. People always assume that the main drama was because Lil Fizz slept with the baby mama. No, that's, like you said, that's just a straw that broke the camel's back. There was a lot of straws.
Yeah.
They went through a lot, man. Go check that out. You can actually see the trauma.
Talking about
The whole trauma, not just
I don't like
that.
when they say shit and then don't just that
So-
other motherfucker, that little
Raspy.
yeah, he had said some wild
He
shit
weird.
before. So when they don't address it and like you come back and just talk normal, I'm like, oh nigga, you just said that, you know what I'm saying? You was getting raped and shit like
Right.
Raspy's weird.
Like-
But besides that, they actually like
Are you
you
just
know,
talking or are
Chris
you
Stokes,
just
right?
yeah, it's
they
like,
actually
like
went through like a couple group members before they came
Wow.
to B2K. We have to go back and listen to the interview and like see the whole thing.
some of that
So they
shit.
had
Did
a
I
house.
believe Ray when he said he was too?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
I believe him
know.
because he's the most quiet of the group.
That
He ain't the one
motherfucker
that's loud and
He
like
said
he's
a
the one that
bunch
you
of
don't really
shit.
get too much about but that.
But he talked
So
about
he kinda-
Marcus.
Well, that phone, him and Marcus used to have a phone call. That shit was hilarious. That nigga was yelling. You don't listen to me, Marcus. Like, they said, they just don't call it with that bullshit. That shit was funny. Like, that's what I'm saying. They be saying some wild shit. I never believe anything
Yeah.
in the celebrity world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And they even talked about how the verses were supposed to go down and how it didn't go down. So
Like, that shit is all smoking. Unless you're in the game, like, that shit is all smoking. I don't believe none of that shit unless I just happen to see it myself. And I still believe half of it. Like, that shit is all. There's always something to it. There's always a backstory. It's always something. So it just doesn't really matter to me.
Do I
That
know
shit is
T-Him?
like politics.
Yeah, that would probably be one of my homeboys that I could probably say.
I don't know too many people from the east side. You look at me like I'm from another. Shout out to Jason
He used to
Martinez
rap,
for tuning in. Shout out to
he used to
Terrence
rap
T.
with,
Him for tuning in.
T him.
Rap with Lem Look. Back in the day.
Okay, yeah, I know them up.
They
Shout
got
out
that
to you
song,
guys
Look,
doing
how
it.
they do that. Look.
Shout out to T him. He made a grown up decision.
Oh yeah, he's on the name.
Made his
What it do,
choice
what it
to
do, what it-
represent the country.
You said the Navy.
It's a great thing at any point in time. Make a choice to be a grown man and do some shit, especially late in life.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Well,
a
while
great
we got an
thing.
artist, here in the building and online, we want to ask this question to you. Do these local shows really matter? They really making a difference.
Matter at when you first start off. It don't matter later to me. I mean, it got to be an event. People think I'm stuck up with the way I be moving and shit. Like I just don't do local shows no more. It's just,
So what
it's
would
not gonna do nothing.
what would be your definition of a good event for anybody, not just you, to come out and perform?
It's something that's planned, something that's not every
Thrown together.
week, every Thursday, every Friday they doing. So that'd be something that like Avon just put something that's a once in a month. People, some build up to it. If you're just doing something every Thursday, people just like have no desire. They may have desire to come out and see you, but if they miss it, they miss it. They're like, I'll catch you next Thursday. Like, it has to be an event worth doing to me personally. I mean, if you first starting off and you just want to get your shit off, you go do something karaoke, every Thursday type of
Open
thing.
mics,
But
open mics.
if you really trying to like build your audience and shit, to me, it's less is a little more. Like be seen at the events that matter around the odds that matter and the people that matter. Just being on stage to be on stage ain't really shit for me. It's just,
Mickey Sweet, Share Metal, I want to give your thoughts on local events. I know you throw shows here and
Do you
there.
feel like would you feel like when it gets to that point, it's more of a holiday Or just
If you just want to rap and just go on stage, then yes. I mean, if you
It's more like
actually
practice, right?
doing some shit, and it's like comedians, like Dave Chappelle, all these things. These are they high level. They go to little corner comedy clubs and work some shit off. So if you just want to work some shit off and hear it out loud, cool. But if you seriously like got some shit going and stuff like that, it's not gonna benefit you to like you ain't gonna go out there and pop off because it's just not a lot of like push behind that every Thursday. Come out here every Tuesday. We just I mean it really just depends on who's on the card for me. Like I want to be able to be out in an event that has some push behind it, has some people talking about it, so I can get on there and fuck these niggas up. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my mentality.
Chill Middle, I know you want me to ask the question again. The question is, do you feel like the local shows are beneficial to artists, or they're just doing too much? And I'm gonna say something. Look, Mr. IQ, if you tuned in right now because Flu's on the show,
Here you go.
I'm on your ass.
IQ.
I'm on your ass.
Shout out IQ.
This is what
I'm on your ass, IQ.
Look, she
If you only tune in because Flu, I'm just saying because I'm just saying because we live every Tuesday, every Wednesday. You ain't tuned in, but now we got Flu. You want to tune in?
My
IQ.
guy, he
Watch
should,
it.
as he should. A lot of
This
people
is
should
why I
tune
don't
in because
jump out
I'm
the
here.
window.
You know what I'm saying? They should. Shout out to
Nah,
IQ.
tune in
He's an
because it's
amazing
us.
engineer.
I stay in
He's
my
an
position.
amazing artist and an amazing friend. You know.
Because of us.
Yeah, shout
Shell
out
Meadow
to
said
IQ.
many local shows are better.
IQ definitely makes you feel at home at the studio. I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't never been
You
issue.
know.
And whatever IQ.
Winner
Okay.
circle. Winner circle.
Remember that
That's funny.
IQ. Remember that.
About the showcases, so
Yeah, we want to know
Me
your
and
thoughts,
Flu,
IQ.
Everybody should tune
What's
in.
your thoughts,
'cause I'm
IQ,
here.
on showcases? Do you feel
Talk
like they're
about it.
beneficial to artists?
me and Flu went to and the crazy part is that this was an event that was set up in Houston, and we had like 2 weeks before it popped off. Asking like, hey, look, get San Antonio to come up there, like that'll be a good look for us. Nobody came. Nobody even said, let me think about it. Or something.
Winter party bus.
Man, that was an easy ride. That was an easy ride.
I
The
got
whole
you.
time
Shout out.
we rode up there, we just talked about how we gonna kill that shit.
Rock Nation. That was a great event.
That was a good event.
Dope experience. You know, I don't depend on nobody to do nothing. So I mean, San Antonio's
We went twice.
understanding of music sometimes is it's a following city. So I don't count on San Antonio to really get it right then. They gotta see it, then they leave it, and that's kind of what it is. I just know nobody can fuck with me. So you know.
Shell Meadow
Talk about
says
that.
that.
Talk about that. Let's talk about the real topic.
Shell Meadow says that, and the others are just practice. But if the artist is in his business, what it says? Or the artist has his business together, then he is getting paid as well as getting stage time.
Exactly. God did.
IQ said they cool. Promoters need to respect compensation to draw the best artists out of town. That is true.
I just had this conversation with somebody. You know, it's crazy.
Exactly. SA chases whatever is new, shiny thing. Whatever is the new shiny thing.
Travis, did y'all have these showcases in
Dallas.
Yeah.
Tell us about Dallas. Music scene.
Yeah, they definitely had like a showcase and stuff like that. I know back in 08, I'd say 07, 08, it was that was real heavy at the time. In the Dallas Fort Worth area. So I had actually like participated in a couple of other things. But the music scene is kind of like you have your local celebrities kind of like you have everywhere. You know, some of like your hot, like the nigga that everybody is either waiting on or feel like, oh, he should have been he should have been born. Like,
Yeah.
type shit. But like you got that in every city. You know what I'm saying? You got that in every state. You got it in Virginia. You got it here in Texas. You got it in Philly. You got it in New York. Like, you got it everywhere.
Blue, what's your thoughts on them bringing the same old people or artists that are, I wouldn't say washed up, but artists that haven't had a hit in a while? Like B Hamp is coming up.
Just say washed up.
Hold up, wait a minute, time out.
I'm not saying I didn't
No,
call B
time
Hamp.
out,
I didn't
time
call
out.
him washed
Nope,
up.
nope,
He
nope,
did.
nope.
He did.
Hold on.
Don't he ain't had a hit in a while. Anyway,
He has it.
go ahead.
My
Blue.
thing is,
He has it.
it's a money right now. San Antonio
He
just
had-
I couldn't because like
he
I couldn't
defended
I
him so
can't really
bad.
refute because I don't want like
No, I'm not
fact that I
saying
have
he's
a
a bad
part-
artist.
the fact that I had like I had
Ties
like
and dollars. Yeah, I
like,
get it. I'm not saying he's not a
'cause
bad artist. I
I
love the
grew
Wack
up with
Daddy.
fam, so
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
a dope
it's kind
artist.
of
But
San Antonio just not like that, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I shout out Play. That boy played them. They had a group at one particular point. They was bringing out some heavy shows like Dirk and other guys like that. I don't know. It ain't my business to know what it costs and this things of that nature. But those are the type of shows where you would think you would find. And I don't know their selection process or what they do or whatever. I know Avar, shout out Avar Star. He was on one of them. Like those are the shows where you get out there, you get in front of that crowd, and you can really build it up. Some of these more local things that you keep bringing, and shout out to Charlie Boy again, whoever you bring, like those are just so easily accessible that it's just a quick little money grab. Everybody's promoters are worried about $1 million.
and then only that too,
Like you're not
then
gonna
they
make a
charging artists.
significant amount
Then
of
they
money.
charge artists too for them. And then I wouldn't mind paying money to open up for artists if I know the artist is gonna be there to see me. But artists don't
It's
even
about
show
the
up until
promotion,
they.
it's about the people.
It
like,
is.
if
Artists
there's
don't even
nothing to do. People
show
are
up
not gonna
until it's
show
time
up
for
to
them to
go
perform.
to fucking, you know, Charlie Boy. Certain, I mean, again, it hasn't. I mean, if there's something else better to going on, then people gonna go to that. If there's nothing going on, then you may have a larger crowd. It really depends on how you promote it. And then in a lot of these shows, niggas are just taking like this $100 per point. You're taking any $100 from any nigga. So now you have a terrible opening
Oh,
because
trust
just
me.
because somebody can pay $100, you just put them on
Man.
stage. So it's just how San Antonio is. You gotta form your own shit. You gotta be able to somehow figure out the glitch in the matrix of San
And
Antonio.
then
Get
people
people
ask
to
me
come
why I
out.
don't do shows.
A-Bar,
Because it is. This is why I don't
The
throw
Star
shows.
is really good at getting people to come out. You gotta find the
Vision is
niche
pretty decent.
in getting people. IQ them and they group have a good way of figuring out
Getting
niche to
people
get the people out that need to be out. Because otherwise, it's a money grab. A promoter will put a lower level local from their city star on just to make $500. Like it's not really worth anything in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to the Eastside LP produced by 3D and mixed and mastered by IQ, we speak about it. About these types of things and the promoters who pay a lot of out of town niggas when you got niggas in your city that can go just as hard as that. You just got to figure out your niche and how you gonna put that out there.
And pay your people, man. Artists, pay your people. Pay your mix master. Pay your producer. Pay the studio. Pay your DJ. Pay your people.
I mean, you gotta put it together. We put together a good series of shows. The V Line, whatever, I think Verde, whatever it's called, Lux is called now. Used to be Breathe.
Yeah.
So we put together live shows. I did one with IQ. I did like 5. I had everybody come there performing with a live band. I paid for sound. I paid for lights. DJ, just
You have
in case Alley
to.
Cat, like
If you want
everybody got
everything to be
paid
good, you have to
on
pay
the
for
show.
sound. You
Had
have
Wayne's
to.
Wings in there, like it was something I just did for myself, and the crowds and everything was getting bigger and bigger. And it's just something that you have to do for yourselves at that particular time. Of course, COVID came and derailed a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
That was something that we really enjoyed doing with live band. It's
I
just
ain't gonna
something
lie.
to do.
One thing that turns me off for the show is the flyers.
She always
Like it gets to the point that sometimes I've done it with Flu before, and I've done it with KG. I would literally like if I see them do a flyer and it's like just you by yourself, they do the flyer. Everybody's gotta have their own flyer. I would hit them up and be like, let me redo your flyer. I won't even charge you. I can't have you out there looking like that. I'm like, man, I can't have you
You gotta
looking
get
like
outside.
that.
It's
Let
not
me help
gonna
you out.
happen until you get outside the city. San Antonio's following. You get outside, you get something back. If somebody gets something popping, then the city gonna see it and follow them, act like they was there since day one, and that's just how it's gonna have to happen. The city, I love it. They support shit that they know, but it's too risky for them to support shit they don't know. That's why nobody's really, in my eyes, popped off like that in San Antonio. You can wherever you are in your own head and you think you just up there, that's cool, but ain't nobody on the Breakfast Club, ain't nobody on a lot of these places and platforms.
Exactly. I'm gonna get to the
Some
comments.
of us on sway.
I'm gonna get to
that's
some of the
sway.
comments right now. Cheryl Meadows says that we are a fucking party town. Excuse my language, we are effing party town. Damn it! Promoters need to stop advertising to their regular crowd and advertise to the locals and the effing tourists. Which I agree.
Absolutely.
Man,
Venues. You can't go to venues that are just giving you a $500 deal.
Or
Nobody
free.
goes to these spots.
like
you gotta
free.
go to
That's what I always say,
places that are popping, that people are going to. It may cost you a little bit, but some of these places downtown at the Pearl, shout out, Bentley's is building up a great crowd. I don't know what it would take for somebody to get in there, but like a Saturday night there, like you got to pay for these venues that people are actually going to. Picking a hole in the wall bar off of a street that nobody heard of because it's free, people are not coming to that.
And another good market, man, military people are always looking for stuff to do. That's a good market. People never think about that.
You got to pick these places that are popping. Again, some of these, and it's a double side to it because these places, like I've been to fucking Social House on a Friday. Like these places are so consistent that they are afraid to try, something new. So you got to be able to lock in.
New stuff. I'm gonna tell you this, like you said, these shows that are put together poorly give other shows that are put together a bad name because there's always fighting.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. It's a place.
And then when you go to a nicer place with a business and say, "Hey, I want to do a show," they're like, "Nah, I heard hip hop. You'll be doing all that fighting. I don't want that in mine."
Sometimes don't do shit. I've talked to them. I know people there. They're afraid to really bounce, man. Hip hop crowds. So like, you gotta find a way to find an artist who brings a different type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And people that's gonna support that. And then it can be something, but it's gonna take a great event, a great venue, and a mutual thing between a great venue and a great artist to put something together. You keep picking these little hole in the wall spots. I mean, you really gonna you're gonna reach. Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna reach as far as your arm can reach because that's what the place.
T Hemp says that. Blue. I spoke on this in the voice for your mixtape you featured me on. Janky Promoters. Song was called Flexing. We recorded it in like 2011, I believe, at Cheddar Square.
Yes, it did. He was on a song called Flexing. We see about a lot of the shit we talked about. A lot of shit I talked about 10 years ago is kind of.
I mean, when I got flagged for asking who's a Janky promoter, and they were calling people out.
Niggas, I ain't gonna necessarily say about Janky. These niggas is just worried about themselves. It just kind of just is what it is. Janky is like niggas. I don't know promoters who like stealing people's money, like that's janky, or inviting people.
Oh, I know some people who've done that.
But it's still
like, if you don't pay your people, that's stealing people's money. And I know people who do that, but that's another story.
Listen, man, you call at this particular point, I feel like I bring a good enough audience. You have to pay me something. Like I don't know what come upon. If I just don't do shows, I continue to do shows out of town. I got a show coming up. I'll be in Vegas this weekend.
There's artists who I've tried to book, and when they give me a price, there's artists
definitely. I tell you all the time.
There's artists who I've tried to book who gave me a price, and I'm like, you know what? I don't mind paying that price. And then there's other artists who I try to book and give me a price, and I'm looking like
Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, you worth it? Are you worth that price?
Y'all in Vegas this weekend? Drez and Pool Party, Juicy J. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go up. Shout out that team.
Jason Martinez says, I want to say this about our city. It's not that we don't have talent, because we have plenty. I'm 42 and been around the best from here over the past 20 years with producers and artists. Money and management promoting is key, period.
Yeah, you gotta have that. I mean, P from Quality Control said to break an artist, just an artist nobody knows, it costs about $200,000. In my opinion, nobody has $200,000 that they just put in the house on. Back in the days, a motherfucker would just see somebody. Puffy saw fucking Biggie and said, "Let me just get this motherfucker in front of somebody." He didn't say, "Give me 100,000 and I'll get you in front of somebody." He used his resources because he knew the back end was gonna be crazy on that. So there's nobody willing to do those types of things anymore. Nobody's willing to say like, "Fuck that, I'm willing to put this motherfucker out in front," because I know that if he get there, he gonna look out for me later on. Everybody wants to charge you now for their resources, but if you believe in something, if I believed in anything as much as I do myself right now, I would put all my whole life.
I've done that sometimes, but then you believe in artists and you think they believe in themselves.
Well, it takes both, but I'm saying if you believe in it and the artist is there, it takes that. Like nobody's willing to do that. The radio here, it's no radio's not willing to take an artist and put them up front and say like this motherfucker got it. There's artists that do, you know. So there's no reason for me to, whether I go in line or whatever, to fight my way and be on platforms of Sway and other platforms in South by Southwest, and I can't even. I have to pay someone to do shit to be on my own local radio. So it's just shout out to out of town money. It's good. I keep doing that until it feels like it.
That was a good thing.
It is.
It wasn't.
I'm happy they keep that up.
I don't think nobody. I think that night we went. I think we was the only one representing San Antonio that night.
Well, probably on that platform, because every platform is not for everybody.
Let me tell you how crazy it is. Like, so you go to these shows right here, they charge y'all, so you can bring 300 people. You just good for the promotion, blah blah. Like, just off of the whim, off of what we did at South by Southwest with Sway, they brought us down to Houston. They paid for our hotel. We went to the Rock Nation Duce party, get free drinks, free everything. Performed with Rel, shout out Rel, Carter, and Cam. Took us to the strip club. I took us to the regular club. Paid for our section. Got us bottles at the section. Food. I mean, everything was accommodated. And this is not even where we from. It's just crazy how that works.
Everybody in that place was about business.
And
everybody.
And we didn't have to, politic or pay shitloads of money to do so. It was about the talent. Sat in a room. Shout out Ingrid with a platinum Grammy-winning songwriter who's able to write and get credits and splits on that. Like, all this just from the opportunity, and nobody wants to share that kind of information and shit in San Antonio. So that's just kind of where that's a lot of sucker shit going on.
They want to keep something to themselves.
Don't do local contests because the city does not know music like that, and it's just really a lot of sucker shit with that. I got no disrespect to anybody that do their thing. If you choose to do it, cool. I'm not talking about this event that happened Friday. It's just a lot of events and things that go on. The judges are suckers. The promotion is suckers. Niggas just want to grab money. Don't waste your time. That's just my opinion.
Exactly. Because we all know who should have won that verse.
I ain't got nothing to do with Friday. Friday was...
No, I said the verses, not Friday.
Oh, yeah. Shout out, this is what it is.
You know I'm joking.
I feel like...
If you don't know, we're talking about the verses of Food and AB. I'm joking. I don't even know who won. Who won?
For what? You talking about the thing that Chapman did?
No, you and AB. Who won?
Oh, I'm undefeated in verses right now.
I didn't know who won.
Can't fuck me. Shout out to
this is what shocked me.
Loyalty Lounge for getting all that blood up.
Man, this is what shocked me. As soon as I came into the building of the verses, everybody and their mama comes up to me talking, I heard you a judge. I was like, I'm a judge? I came to support. I was like, when did I become a judge? I came to support.
When it comes to
someone told me I'm a
performance
judge and I didn't know.
and lyrical content, I'm unfuckwittable. That just is what it is. Call it what you want. We came here to talk heavy today. I'm just like, you tell me a rapper that can fuck with me like that.
Are you ready for another verse?
Yeah, 2-on-2. You and KG, right?
Whatever. Versus gives light to people that actually listen to your music and kind of set the tone. So yeah, I would do a versus. If it's worth something doing. But nobody can fuck with me like that. We talking about just straight rapping and putting your music out there. I got too much songs, too much music, and of course I'm gonna say that. But I'm just saying like that whole versus was calculated. I knew everything I was gonna do. Like, I put too much thought into it. I just don't think about it. And then just coming to the music and just the lyrics, like, I just don't think about it fucking me like that. I just talk different. It's people, play basketball, niggas shoot better than LeBron. Like, it just is what it is. Like, it's niggas that can jump higher than me and whatever. But when it comes to music, when it comes to lyrical content and bar for bar, it's not. And this has nothing to do with San Antonio or Texas. I could spot nobody can really fuck with me like that.
What's your what would be your, out of all the songs you got, what would be your favorite? Yeah, the one that you was like, because I was in the studio with you when you did this, God did. So I already knew it.
Yeah, we know
the
the
energy
energy
was
5
crazy.
minutes.
Yeah.
One
Energy was
take.
crazy. I chatted him too. I was like, I bet you can do it in one take.
5 minutes of straight.
Yeah,
God did on my page right now at Flu Season 83. Streams is crazy. Shout out Fat Joe and everybody who reached out. Des Bryant, Juicy J. Like 5 minutes of straight
Or Crack reached out?
bars.
Well, Jason Martinez says split a 16.
Stop. That's easy. We'll get to that a little later.
In the show, we got you.
Trust
But
me.
we're gonna switch the
Go
topic
to at Flu Season 83 and listen.
to God
It's-
did. Go
it's
ahead and
easy.
listen to that. We're gonna switch the topic for a little
The
bit.
thing about
Man.
lyrics is that it's not about what I'm saying all the time. It's just fact. Like when I'm saying shit, like Hov was talking about, it's so funny because it's true. When I say, like, you know what I'm saying, young Ray Charles standing there watching my brother die. Like, if you know me and know what I have going on in my life, like this is facts. Like,
Yeah.
so it's
You're not
more
gonna spend nothing
relevant
that's like fake.
because it's just so true. So that's another part about lyrically. You just can't fuck with me because I'm gonna give you a hard fact and I'm gonna make it witty, and you just can't fuck with something like that.
You heard it straight from his mouth. Make sure you go ahead check that out. God did. It's on your YouTube channel.
It's on my YouTube channel, it's on my
YouTube,
Instagram,
Instagram,
Jarvis
Facebook,
Pittman at
all that.
Facebook,
Go
all
ahead.
that.
Flu Season
God
83.
did
Check that
5
out.
minutes straight, crazy.
We're gonna switch the subject for a little bit to something I guess a little bit more entertaining. I know we've all been to church a time or two. You been to church, Flu?
Of course.
Of course. Man, the best time in church is testimony service. If you do not know, man, I'm gonna tell you a story that I know because our co-host Travis sent us a funny video of this lady. You know, when you
Oh,
share too
Travis
much.
did that video?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
share
didn't
too
know
much
Travis did.
during testimony service, right? So I'm gonna give you
I know
something
he
that
is.
happened at my church. So we had this older man. He was a member of our church, but he didn't come consistently. And the one time he came, he decided to talk about his date with a lady that he met on the street. He's like, I met the date on the street. We were on a date. I thought he was gonna leave it at that. Like, God blessed me with a woman. Boom, right? No, he was like, yeah, I took her back to my place. Then when I laid her down, someone said, oh, okay, sit down. You sit down.
What would make you feel so comfortable?
He didn't get to finish it, but he said, when I laid her down, they're like, oh, okay, that's
No,
enough.
this
That
lady.
had to be at that experience had to have happened after this video. When it originally came out.
It probably did, but I don't think. But he was when I mean older gentleman, like I don't think he does social media. He's mostly living on the streets type older gentleman. But yeah, he was excited, like he wanted to share when he met a woman and he wanted to lay her down. I was like,
This lady in this video though.
well, that other lady that testified and said she don't suck dick no more, but she haven't had sex in a long time.
Oh, I seen that one
Who
too.
said that?
It's like she's like mixed Hispanic lady.
Yeah.
I think she was on a video at church talking about she was giving her testimony talking about God saved me. I haven't had dick in a long time.
Yeah.
Like I don't suck dick no more. Something like that. Like
And then it was the other video, like I don't like
she said
men.
that. We
I
sent
don't
the
like
video a while
men
back.
no
I gotta
more.
send it to you again.
She said she don't suck dick.
Something
Yeah,
in
she
that
said
line.
something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
something in
That's
that
just
line. You have to watch
something
it.
wrong with them people.
Yeah.
They, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
not. Nobody logically thinks she says those types of things. Something wrong with those people. You just God bless them and move on.
Right.
Ain't nobody logically
Open
just
that
saying
church.
what she
Man, I know y'all probably seen some funny things
Funny.
at church. Man, y'all have any funny
I have.
stories? Go ahead. I know you
have
probably do.
So, like, it's not a testimony story per se, but so me and my wife, this one, she was stationed in Germany, and we were Bible study one night.
Bible study. That's what really happened.
And the bishop of the church. It was a small church part of a bigger organization. And he was the bishop of the European jurisdiction.
Yeah.
But we were at his home
Church.
Like,
Yeah.
we attended
I know how
church.
it is. You come from the same widow.
Right. So we sitting there, and I'm 22, 23, something like that. Sitting there, got my Bible in my lap, and he would do this thing where he was back and forth. And he would go on these like tirades.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one night, he's like very close to me, and as he's making a point, this point is, I guess, just trying to like drive home was so powerful that his dentures fell.
Oh,
Damn.
But it
Like,
He
did
was-
it fall out?
he
or
was
like,
literally like, if he didn't have real good hand-eye coordination, because they was out,
it would
it would fell right on my body.
oh,
That's how close it was.
Yeah.
To me.
yeah, right.
I spent the remainder 30 minutes with my head down, in
Traumatized.
pain, trying not to laugh.
Mm.
Man, not the dentures. Like that old lady who tried to blow out the cake and the Tiffany fall out. Not the bitches. I ain't gonna lie, I try not to laugh when we had a bishop come visit our church and
I ain't hear
he had
nothing
no
else
teeth.
after that.
We had a bishop come to our church and he had no teeth. They called him Pastor Gummy. And
Oh, wow.
it was just, I was trying not to laugh because he did it. He just,
I'm not that
he
much.
preached the whole time with no teeth. He
I'm
was
not,
old, but
I'm not that mature
to
to
not
not laugh.
laugh. I try not to laugh
I have to
either.
put that finger up.
No, I'm laughing right there.
I got it. This is one of those where I gotta lean back.
Some of that shit is pure comedy.
For real.
Or when they forget the song, we make up their own song.
Oh, I know there's a pastor and he's known for this. He will come and make up a new song every time he's up on program, whether he's an MC, whether he's
freestyle
preaching.
king.
He is a freestyle king. He'll make up a new song to any tune. He'll come up and be like, God is this, God is that. Just make up some
And
new
it be
song
songs that
every time.
old songs. Like, bro, you've been around church for a long time.
That's different if you know old songs, but no, he will literally make up. Not only will he make up a song, he will make up at least 3 to 4 verses to that song.
Okay.
It'd be a whole little thing.
He's definitely freestyle.
I'm like, dude, not verses.
I need to check him. He might be freestyling scriptures too. He might be up there just going on.
Not freestyling scriptures.
Freestyle scripture.
He ain't never ran Lamentations before.
Lamentations, not freestyling scriptures. But he's known for that. Like every time he gets up, everybody's like, "Oh, you gonna come with a song? You gonna come with a new song?"
Hey, I'm thinking about bringing back Freestyle Fridays. I remember I was doing Freestyle Fridays and I was calling people out, and I think the first person I called out was you, right? Was it you or KG? One of y'all. But I think y'all was the only one like he responded. He responded with a freestyle.
I responded. I just didn't respond publicly.
No, she sent me
I sent it to her. I didn't post it publicly, but I responded.
Audio.
I sent it.
And then
I got on his ass. He wanted to tell the true story. Don't back down from the challenge.
There was a lot of false accusations in this freestyle.
Listen,
He was sounding like Charleston White.
Did he came in off on the east side?
Yeah, that was one of the points.
you just have to let them know. You know what I'm saying? It was light and fun. You know what I'm saying? Have to let them know.
But I was doing that because everybody claimed that they got bars. Everybody claimed like I can spit. But then like this was at the time where this was like almost 8-9 years ago.
Oh, I'm known to do that on my U3.
So
It's always about bars or lyrics. Like there's some great artists. Pimp C was hella fire. Just sometimes it's what you say.
What
It
you
ain't
say,
always
and
about
your delivery,
punchlines
too.
and delivery, but
and then I wasn't even asking for an
I
actual
appreciate
freestyle. I was just
that
like,
lyrics are coming back, and you know that they're when somebody does something dope lyrically, it's appreciated. And that's all you can really add. Like lyrics are what they are. Like there was a big frenzy obviously about Jay-Z and Lil Wayne's verses on that God. And like just the fact that when dope shit is out there and people still recognize, lets you know that it's still.
I like Wayne's verse. I just not like the attitude.
I don't call people out with freestyling unless they say that. Like if I'm interviewing you and you claiming, oh yeah, I started doing music because I freestyled, then I'm gonna ask you to do a freestyle. But if you don't ever mention freestyle, then I'm assuming you're not a freestyler. Today everybody's not
People
a freestyler.
got two different definitions of freestyle.
Exactly. So when people say, yeah,
and
growing
then
up I
I'm
used to
just asking you to
freestyle,
say
you know,
something.
back on the corner, then freestyle. But don't be like, oh no, I can't do nothing. No, you claim that you was a freestyle, I'm calling you out. Now if you don't ever mention freestyle,
Niggas at Sam was really beating on the lunch table freestyle.
oh, I was a best table maker beat.
That was freestyling to
Ask
us.
me to make a table beat, I got you.
Yeah, that was
dope at
freestyling. We use anything, vending machine, shit, locker, door. It don't matter what it
You called
was.
yourself any sort of artist back then, like during high school or whatever. Like, if you ain't never
Rapped on a table beat.
freestyle to a table beat, like
Trash. Get out of
like
here.
that go everywhere.
Get out of here.
That's universal.
It's just culturally. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just
Culture-
vibe
culture
with
shit.
friends. We just vibe with it. I mean, I don't know.
It's
You ain't gotta
happening
be
in the
just
club.
this lyrical,
Right.
miracle type of nigga. I ain't like over the top saying Egyptian shit that you never know. I like to be a good balance of, you know, up here and down here. Put something in the middle that people could just think, oh, that shit was clever. That shit was really wordplay things. You ain't necessarily gotta just be just this common conscious rapper that's over the top lyrical. I mean, just be entertaining to me.
I think some of the conscious rappers throw people off because y'all learning shit and then y'all putting it around, but y'all not giving people like y'all throw so much in there, y'all not
You gotta
giving
know
people
your
time to
audience.
digest what you said. You know what I'm saying? Now they turned off.
It's a game.
After
you
about
play.
like 30 seconds, you like if niggas listen to Royce 5'9",
You gotta know your
freestyle,
audience and know who you rapping to. And it's a game we play called Taboo. It's a word association game. You gotta describe the word at the top without saying some of the words at the bottom.
Right.
If I'm talking to DeAnthony and he's never been to Vegas and the word is casino, it's in Vegas. It's like it's pointless for me to keep saying all these clues for motherfuckers who don't understand what I'm talking about. Now, if I'm saying something that he recognizes and he's like, oh, he's a fan of football or something, I'm gonna say, oh, it's this. Like, you gotta know who you're talking to. So if you just rapping and the vast majority, it may be great, but the vast majority just don't understand. They're not gonna get it. And you like, oh, y'all don't know shit. But the person, it may be one person in the room that does. He's like, man, that shit was crazy. But you gotta just. That's why I try not to be. I be myself, but I mean, I'm not overly complicated because it don't take much. Try to speak to everybody. I feel like a genius could understand what I'm saying, and a dummy can too. It's a lot of dummies.
you got what was the did we talk about that already?
Shout out to Eastside LP. It's coming soon.
Yes,
October.
definitely.
Great
Man, that
production,
cover's
great
dope.
beats.
Man,
Great
that
cover.
dope. Shout out to the person
Shout out
that
to the
did that
person that made that cover. Shout out to the engineers, the beat production, 3D, Buck Roll beats. It's crazy
Yeah,
content.
on board.
About 13 songs. I got
Yes.
100 some songs, but we're gonna narrow this down to 13 to 14. Just amazing songs, content wise, and it's we're gonna fade to black on that. Just see what that does and give it to y'all. And
Man, so when is this project you working on with KG that I heard?
KG could do an album at any point. KG,
It would be
yeah,
good.
we got so much music and so much ideas. We around each other. We friends, my nigga in real life. I'm gonna get this Eastside project out. He got some shit he working on. At any point, we can and we'll do like a 10 to 12 song EP and really put that shit out there. I'm gonna start charging nigga because first talk my shit and now on my way to fuck your bitch. I'm really giving him some verses that are just not to be fucked with.
Man,
I
you
feel like
haven't
I
heard
should
this
charge
voice
him.
on that song?
I really feel like I should charge him.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, even with a song like that that's fun, you can just lyrically just
And then
have
y'all
fun.
got y'all song. That song that you got that you have him featured on. That's gonna be on your.
That's on my project.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. You got On Way for the Bitch. You got Player,
Yeah.
which ain't nobody really heard. I put out a little snippet on Facebook a couple days ago. But like, we always got music. We got songs we ain't even put out. We got a song called
You,
East Side that we ain't put out. Like, it's crazy.
Travis, you fuck with Big Crit, right?
Yeah, she good too.
I mean, well, okay, because MC Big Crit reminds me kind of MC the way he
Style.
the style how he rides the beat, just how he rides the
beats
beat.
and the
Yeah, he has like an old school type of player, kind of like type of music. That's that song that he talking about.
It's crazy. I like to tap in. I grew up listening to UGK, Ghetto Boys and shit like that. So I can always appreciate a beat with a good slap to it, like back from back side to side, some shit like that. Come on.
To this day, my song is
like
dope.
that.
Man, he already know that's my
So,
favorite song. Dope.
I definitely tapped into some of that on this East Side project. Definitely
shout
got
out
some.
to T.I.
That's the thing. I
Bitch,
could
get
do a
off my
song
VI.
like that, and then I got another song like Champagne Bottle. Like, it's two different types of songs, and just lyrically interesting, but it's just different spectrums. Like, it's crazy. I got a song called East Side, me and KG got. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. Just is what it is.
Is
And
what it
that's the Do Something song is it's an East Side project too.
Yeah, that is.
Awesome.
I got the instrumental too.
Shout out to my nigga KG.
Ruby, I swear, I'm gonna do something.
Don't mess up a
Travis.
song. I mean a flute
By the
song.
end, but I ain't even say by the end of the year.
Don't mess up a flute song. That's all I'm gonna say.
KG, that's my fucking nigga.
Anyway, so we got Flu in the building.
Your
Shout out
top
to Flu.
5.
Rappers?
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z is number
But we don't
one
have to
for me.
put. I don't think we don't put Jay-Z on this list. I think
That's like taking out
he's
Biggie.
kinda in the
That's like
classic
taking
zone.
Biggie
you
and
can
Pac
put
out
them on
too.
there.
I mean,
I don't take them out. I'd say, to me
If you're
personally,
taking Jay-Z,
you gotta
gotta
go
take
with
out Biggie and
what
Pac.
I listen to. So I think Jay-Z is, for one, I do like Tupac at 2 because I listened to some, but to be honest, I didn't listen to a lot of Tupac until later. Like it just that wasn't the realm where I was at. But I learned to appreciate Tupac later. Biggie, I fuck with. Um, I wouldn't just say like Jay-Z, Pac, Biggie. I don't listen to a lot. I listened to Biggie's album. Content was everything was there. It just wasn't enough. So I mean, who I would listen to right now outside of everybody else, I would listen to Jay-Z at 1. I think J. Cole is like a 2 to me. I think Kendrick, J. Cole like a 2, 3, 1A, 1B. Kendrick, J. Cole, Hove, um, Kendrick, J. Cole, Hove. I like Wayne when he raps. I mean, I like Wayne rapping. Wayne, it's still crazy. I mean, even now, I mean, he got a song on that. He got a song on the song on Drake's album. Like, when he chooses to, Wayne can still go when he chooses to. I like Wayne still. In no particular order. I mean, besides Hov being number 1, everybody else could just fall where he places the Hov. And then I like J. Cole, Kendrick, Wayne, and I like who I would just listen to. Me, somebody to just throw you off is a lot of other niggas that rap. Somebody who appeal to me. I like Young Dro. Young Dro is I just like Young Dro's energy style, the way he rap. He's just entertaining as fuck to me. Like
You say Young Dro?
I like Young Dro. I think Young Dro is. I can listen to Young Dro before I can listen to a lot of niggas. That's just I like the energy. I just fuck with.
I didn't know.
I mean, Eminem again. You talking about?
I can't relate to a lot of Eminem.
Yeah, I don't relate to. Not relatable. Unpopular opinion. I prefer Jay-Z's verses on Renegade than I do Eminem's. Eminem had a better cadence. Jay-Z had more shit that I could relate to on Renegade. You know, Pac, Back to the Wall, Pocket full of land, not a cent. Gotta be like a lot of that shit. You know, orphan, my pops laughing, orphan, my mom's laughing, orphan, my mom wasn't home. Like that shit I can relate to. You know, Eminem's. You know, very lyrical and amazing. But I don't relate to taking pills and having issues with your mom and things of that nature. Yeah, lyrically, it's right. Great, but it don't appeal to me.
Yep. And I think that's the people.
He's definitely up there. We're talking about rapping ability, but what I would listen, I wouldn't get in the car and just.
When they having a debate, that's what a lot of people say. Is that
if you choose anybody top 5, we are opinion you right now. I'm letting you know.
The one thing I don't like. The one thing I don't like is when someone that feels like they can speak on behalf of an entire culture based on for their opinion about one person. Like when people say I don't like with the Eminem conversation. Right?
Yeah.
When they're like, I don't see I ain't never seen nobody just jump in and just be riding off the air. And like you said, yeah, probably not what you listen to, but guess what? You don't speak for the entire hip hop.
Absolutely. That's what I say. Eminem is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And he has his crowd, and Eminem is fucking amazing. It just depends, just because. And that's another thing how you bring up to me. People need to stop being overly like it's an opinion of something. Who gives a fuck who I think is top 5? Like this is my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like who gives a fuck but Jay-Z's top, you know what I'm saying? Like it's an opinion. It don't necessarily mean that you have to follow or that it's solid. If you fuck with Jay-Z, you respect his opinion and it is what it is. If you fuck with Eminem's top 5, everybody's opinion is gonna be what they grew up to, what they can relate to. Stop giving so much of a fuck about who people think is top 5 in here, top 5 in San Antonio, top 5 on this list, prettiest girl here. Like, who cares? It's an opinion. If you got enough confidence about yourself, then it don't matter. People make these lists and people be coming to me like, oh, they did this best in San Antonio list or this best here, and you wasn't here. And what do you feel like? I really don't give a fuck. Like, I meet everywhere I go. I could be me in any room that I walk in, and I can walk in that room knowing that can't nobody fuck with me. So I really don't care about an opinion of what somebody thinks about a particular thing. If you can walk in your own skin, then you shouldn't really give a fuck. I ain't saying let somebody play with you or disrespect you in your face. Somebody talking down on you is a different thing, but somebody's opinion, I think this is better than you, I think so and so better than you, and that's cool. That's fine. Bring them up here, I'll bust his ass.
We here with Flu on the Way You Ask podcast. If you don't know now, you know. So Flu is giving out some gems right now. We're gonna have a freestyle in a little bit. But before we do that, I know you got a show coming up on the 16th. Happy Place Bar. Check them out. This is City versus City.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Austin, Texas.
How did that come about?
That's an interesting
Me and Key
concept.
had a conversation. Me and the homie Key, aka Keisha. So like when I call my brother. Me and Key had a conversation and we thought about something different. Cause we tired of the same old shows, like you said, same old shows, something different. And this is not a competition where we're gonna vote to see who's the best. This is more to showcase talent.
They looking good.
Because if you do it that way, you always gonna have that one person you cheated. So this is mostly to showcase talent. Like we got talent in Houston,
It's only
talent in
cheating
Austin.
when it don't make sense.
So we got Austin coming through, Houston, Texas coming through, and we got 2 artists from San Antonio representing Blue and KG. They're gonna come, they're gonna wreck it, and then they're gonna steal your check.
It's gonna be some readers that will feel
It's
that way.
not looking good for the away team.
Oh yeah, I didn't think we would represent something.
It's not looking good for the away team.
No. And people know, because I don't throw shows, I just help with shows, and there's a difference. People know I don't throw shows, I help with shows. So I might hit you up and say, hey, I'm working on the show, can you perform? Then when the show goes bad, I'm like, hey, I was helping with the show, this is their show. I didn't make it go bad, they did. I let you know it.
Messages get shot too.
Exactly. But no, the reason why I picked KJ and Flu, one, because I'm tired of the same old
You're
people
smart.
performing on shows. With that too.
You're smart.
I'm tired of the same. We always get the same artists on our shows. I want somebody different to represent San Antonio. And then I know they say yes to me. I know they say yes to a lot of people. I know they say yes to me.
You know, fool.
That's why I don't use that a lot too. That's another reason too. People always ask me. 'Cause I know a lot of dope artists. People know I know a lot of dope artists like Flu, KG, and other people. They always ask me, why don't you never ask them to perform? Because why would I ask them to perform at a show I know is going to be janky when I can wait for a better show to come and ask them to perform? That's why I don't use all my best people all the time. There's a lot of shows I could have been asked them to perform on, but I know it wasn't time yet. You gotta know when to use people for the right show.
You got a few favors.
You can't just show people. You can't just book all your best artists for like shows that you know ain't gonna really do numbers or do the best. You gotta use your best artists for when it's time. So I say people for when it's time. So I knew this was gonna be a dope show. They're gonna represent for San Antonio, so you definitely gotta come out, shoot some footage. If you available, you gotta come out. And plus, we can celebrate my birthday that day since we can't do it this weekend. So you already know it's gonna be a dope event. We're gonna have hookah people out there. We're gonna have food people out there. Some edible people gonna be out there too if you're into that. I'm trying to win that edible Netflix and chill package, lady. If you do another raffle, let me know.
Before we let Flu do his thing, I want to know what y'all think your team record is gonna be at the end of the year before playoffs.
Like football?
Yeah.
Since we're in such a weak division, probably 13, 3, somewhere
Y'all
around
went 35 last year.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Probably about the
Ain't
same.
winning
13,
that
13 and 4, 12 and 5. I can see the same area. Our division's weak. So
Nobody got the Cowboys coming up.
everybody.
I just watched ESPN this morning, man.
They got
The Eagles is coming out.
yeah,
the
look like
East.
a dark horse, but listen, y'all
Eagles
schedule
is
ain't,
coming out
ain't
the East.
the easiest. But
We about to run the table.
okay.
We're about to
You can
run
never
the
factor
table.
whoever's most prepared for injuries and things that can come your way. They're gonna be
Y'all already in.
We
Shout
definitely
out
getting the
Jason
vibe
Peters.
for us.
Fuck Jason Peters. I was cussing that nigga out this morning.
Shout out Jason Peters.
I was watching the news,
Make the right decision.
They showed Jason Peters in a Cowboy uniform. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, oh, hell no. This nigga wrote.
He didn't shake, my boy.
This nigga rode with us
appreciate you.
his whole career, and then you gonna go to that team?
He didn't shake,
nigga,
man. We be used.
Hey, I always said, when you an Eagle, you my dog. I ride with you. But once you take that Eagle uniform off and you put another one on, it is for you. Michael Vick, same thing. Shady McCoy, same thing. Terrell Owens, same thing. McNabb, same thing. Brian Dawkins, I didn't have that at this point. That's my favorite player.
Hey, man, we be like that sometimes. Man.
But we definitely kicking the Cowboys ass. That's the only thing I know.
I'm sure we'll be watching it.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
be-
be somewhere at some point.
I'm gonna be at your house. Yeah, it's gonna be Zeke lighting his fat ass up.
Sound good. Sound
When
good
can we get
coming
invited
from
to a
real.
game night?
Oh, are you doing something at your house for this?
I was originally doing something for open the weekend, but I got to fly out to Vegas Thursday night, so that was canceled. But probably
invited?
following weekend, I will probably do a little NFL kickoff. Yeah, man, it's always good people, good fun, drinks.
You don't got us no
Man,
way.
shit.
You don't invite
A lot of
me.
shit talking.
A lot of shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah, shit. Niggas always say that they don't come. You know, invite me. I put an open invite. Motherfuckers don't. It's like it be the same core people, great crowd, good people. I mean, shit.
I can say that since he got
Yeah.
not even before the
House.
the house at the
Yeah.
other spot. Like It's mainly the same
You
people.
talk all that shit. I'm beaching down those other
Same domino people,
all that
everything.
shit.
Oh, I can beat somebody in dominoes. I'm
Man,
good at dominoes.
Everybody say that same
No.
shit.
I played dominoes my whole life
Yeah,
in
I hear you.
elementary school. I'm
Who
good
you
at
play? It
dominoes.
ain't about how much you play. It's about who you fought.
Travis,
I won some.
you get down on domino?
I don't do spades though. You can take my black card on that. I don't know how to play
Spades,
spades.
dominoes, taboo, category, Uno, Tom.
Oh, I'm good at Uno too.
We play it
What's
all.
the LRC?
Left, right, center. I mean, we just get drunk, drink
It's a game
great
with the
tequila.
Huh?
It's like a little gambling game.
Oh, I seen that game.
Oh no, not that. Okay.
No, LRC is the
Left, right, center, like a
run,
dice game.
and it got LRC left, right, center. I think it's like $1,
Oh,
$2 to get in.
got you. Well, before we let you go, Flu, before you do your freestyle.
Y'all really want to do this?
Yeah, but before you do a freestyle, let people know where they can check you out one more time. Give us all your social media links.
It's all at Flu Season 83, man. The government's Jarvis, hidden on Facebook, but at Flu Season 83, pretty much on anything, all platforms. Got my pages certified, so on Spotify, Tidal, fucking Apple Music. It's gonna be a big picture of me when you put it in, and yeah, man, you know, just a lot of music is available right now. Champagne Bottle Life is available right now. Winning Dollars Ads is available right now. Doing crazy numbers, over 200,000 on Spotify so far, like streams, and just keep going. So that's what, you know. Shout out to Vegas this weekend. It's gonna be crazy.
We trying to make that.
Next week, Happy Place Bar.
Next week, Happy Place Bar.
We gonna what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You already know
Y'all really want to do this?
Do it.
Like, seriously. Like,
Seriously.
it's not.
Because Dan Beezy did his freestyle on our show, so it's only right that you
Did
do
he?
it. He did.
We talk different, though.
It don't matter.
What do you think?
No, he did a rap. He didn't do
But you know better, though. So
Do it.
That's
Do
hey,
it.
that's what they asked.
What do you believe?
They asking for it. People asking for it. Do
I need
it.
you to open up your listeners. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna spit some. I'm gonna take y'all for a quick second. It's gonna be too, you know. I got the keys, I'm making it clear. Game on lock, I'm making you fear. A bad bitch on my passenger side, my head out the window, I'm making her steer. Jewelry on, I'm shining. Don't raid me, I'm just missing the D. You try to move weight, you can't handle that, you get knocked out. I'm gonna call you a mirror. No con, this real shit. I stay focused. No Will Smith. I make the Holyfield these punchlines. You bite niggas can't steal shit. I'm ill, bitch. So ill, bitch. You talk too much. I'm like, ill, bitch. Victoria's Secret is the only thing I want you to keep, and that's real shit. I'm east side. You better ask around and keep a small circle. No Ferris wheel. I don't trust niggas. These fuck niggas be so fake that you swear it's real. All my niggas look rich as fuck, and we go back like baby names like Slick Rick and Dana Dane at the chicken tender. We raising Cane. No dope boy, but I played the game. I stood on the blocks. My feet hurt. My big brother told me how to whip it, so I didn't have to do research. I was in and out like fast food. My son good and my mama straight. See, I knew what goes around comes back around. That's a figure eight. I chose to skate. That's me though. Some of my niggas still in this. I pray for him, didn't wait for him. It ain't safe for him on that kill list. I'm kill this. I got no choice. I'm no atheist, so I follow the whole big pimpin'. She said, give it to me, so I laid back like swallow those. I gave her one bone. That's domino. Did way more than my mama knows. She had to do it all by herself. She never asked for Papa though. She ain't seafood. She never asked for help. She made a way out of no way. I was a young nigga with an attitude. Shit got me feeling like O'Shea. Okay, I got the keys. Janitor, I got the keys. Swiss Beats, I got the keys. Piano Man, come follow me. My name Flu. I'm so sick. It's the Walking Dead when I show up. Rafiki, when y'all see me. You lying niggas get held up. Muffin top shit the weight.
Hey,
So
stop.
Put on my back like a
Hey,
king.
stop.
Same
Stop.
OG, I'm just a little
Stop.
over.
Hey, stop. Hey,
You're a paper
stop.
soldier, tsunami.
Stop.
Your wave is over.
Stop it. Stop.
I'm just telling you, I talk different. You know
Stop
what I'm saying?
it.
And if you think you want to challenge me, my nigga, you better let it pass, because everybody know you dead except Stacey Dash.
Hey.
I talk
And
different.
then, hey man, we will you.
Everybody know you dead except for Stacey Dash. If you didn't catch that bar, man, she
Hey,
just
man.
found out that
Different.
DMX is dead.
I talk different.
How do you just find out that DMX is dead?
I talk different.
How?
Listen,
How?
If you want to go against me, don't chance it, because when that 40 hit your chest, you're going like genuine dancing. I talk different. I'm just telling you, I talk different.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? I talk different. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want. If you know music, it ain't all about lyrics, but you don't. There's nobody talking like that in San Antonio, Texas. I mean, it's, wherever you want to pick. I put my stand on what I do. Money on the wood. It don't matter. I talk different.
I talk tough, they call me BB. No, I'm joking. I ain't gonna start that.
That
But you already know Flu in the building,
We
killing
need
it
a
with
baby.
the hot
That razor came,
32,
boy.
not hot 16, hot
Yeah, I know.
32,
That
hot
razor
48.
That razor came,
Hot
boy. Got
razor.
me.
The chicken tender we raising cane.
Man,
No dope boy, but I played the game. I stood on the blocks.
I get the bar that you were trying to go for, but Raisin came like that. But
My big brother taught me how to whip it, so I didn't have to do research. I was in and out like fast food. My son good, my mama straight. See, I knew what goes around comes back around like a figure eight. I chose the skate, so you got to put that together. It's
Man.
figure eight.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, it's different.
Hey.
It's different things. Rafiki, when y'all see me
Yeah, that
blind,
that
niggas
shit
get held
there.
up, muffin top bitch, the wait's over. Stop it,
Nah,
man.
that,
Come on,
nah,
man.
that. You know what? You know what really
That's a low
like.
bar.
You know that the one that really like got me.
So,
Motherfucker said I ain't an atheist, so I follow when he.
if you don't know,
I'm like, come on.
if you don't know,
dog.
you should already know. Flu in the building. Make sure you go ahead and check them out. God did out.
God
everything.
did.
Make
That
sure you
Joe
also
did.
go
Y'all
ahead
gotta
and
catch that.
Des
whole
Bryant
atheist
did.
part. Y'all gotta catch that.
Hey man,
That's on both sides. Like y'all,
it's a lot. It's
Come
a lot.
on, man.
They get you
You know
next
what I'm saying?
episode.
that shit's
It's a
crazy.
lot. It's
That
a
was
lot.
crazy.
God did. You know
Jason,
what
I
I'm saying?
hope Jason, you
got what you asked for. You know what I'm
got it.
saying?
We're gonna clip that, put that
Should I
up.
keep
Yeah,
it
please
going? Why
clip that.
not?
we
Rasheed
definitely
Wallace,
are. We
because all
got
my
you. We're gonna
niggas
post
dying
that.
on the
We're gonna
spot.
post that. We're going to
God
post
did.
that. I already know. Man, if you don't know, Where You Ask Podcast, new episode drops every Monday.
East side in the month.
On Spotify,
Real
iTunes,
East
and
Side
everywhere you can listen
Real
to
East Side
podcasts.
shit.
Every Tuesday we
Shout
are
out to
live
KG.
in the building, 8 o'clock. If you want to be a guest on our show, make sure you hit us up. Follow us on all social media. Where
Don't
You
come
Ask
on here and
Podcast
rap
on
though.
everything.
We just
And we
we
easy
just
rap.
stopped all
You have
that.
to see who's next.
There's
Let's
nobody
see
gonna
who's
rap
next.
like that.
Hey.
Don't do nobody.
Don't
like
nobody
that.
want to rap.
Nobody want to do
I
that.
know.
Don't do nobody like that.
Stop telling your homie to rap.
Don't do that. Nobody want to rap behind that. This is what it is.
Your homie.
No, if you
might
if you do
right
music
with me.
and you come on here, we're gonna ask you that spit something.
No, not so you
I
can
don't
ask
give a
him.
fuck.
to
You can write.
Who
You
you
can
think
spit
rap?
something.
Who you think lyrically raps? Let's put y'all. Who you think lyrically best around here? That you
In San Antonio?
That I've heard.
That's what you heard. Just
That I've
curious.
heard.
Yeah.
Top 2 is you and then A-B-Easy. No, Yoda. Yoda's top 3.
You think lyrically? I'm
I
not
think-
asking who you think is top
I
three. I'm
think-
asking you lyrically who you think.
I think
Oh, you,
what
of
call
course.
it,
You don't gotta just say me.
lyrical.
I'm just
No, but it's the truth though.
Well,
We heard
I
your
believe
music,
it. I know
and
it.
we heard your freestyle, but we heard your music though. People ain't heard your music can't say that.
I think you just consistent with your.
And
I
I'm
think
not
people
just-
can be lyrical, but they're not consistent.
And I'm not just. We're not saying that
You know what
because
I'm
we're
saying?
biased.
That's
I
the key.
actually,
I have
get
shit
to,
from
I actually
12
listen to
years
people's
ago
music.
that
People don't realize like
today, so it's
people
definitely
send me their
progression
songs.
and,
I actually
like,
sit and
from
listen
now
to their
to then,
songs when I do
it's
show
stay
sets.
crazy. Like
I actually sit and listen to y'all music. So
niggas
Yeah,
hear
that-
me
that
like,
song-
man, like
that
right
song
now,
you
like
got,
I was like this long time ago. Y'all just listening. Like
What's
I've been
that?
like
What's
this.
that song you got? I'm something about my past, my future. Something I forgot the beat. Then you let me hear it too when we was on the court.
Before my time.
I think that's it. I think that's
Probably.
it.
That's
It's like
like
before my
boom.
time. Yeah.
that's another episode.
Yeah.
But you already know Flu in the building. Where You Ask Podcast, you already know it's your girl, the one and only with the blue hair, DJ Baby Blue Diamond. And it is
Well,
T1. Oh man, y'all be
It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5. Real
every
Eastside.